Welcome to RGG for Keeping It Real with Busy and Chantel.
Good evening, everyone. This is Chantel. I'm here with my co-host, Busy.
Because I'm busy, damn it.
This is Keeping It Real, where we discuss topics that interest women, and everything is based on our point of view. So we would love to hear your point of view. If you feel free to call in at 717-745-2912. Also, at the end of the show, you can hear our live broadcast on our YouTube channel at Keeping It Real WRGG. Also, you can email us at Gmail, Keeping It Real WRGG at gmail.com. So we are just going to go ahead and get right into it.
Okay. Well, I do have to say, if you all want to call in and can't catch the number because it's not a totally ringy number, you can go to Keeping It Real on WRGG 93.7. And I'm sure once you start plugging it in, it'll pop up. There's a button on there that says call now. So you can hit that button and it'll call directly to us in case you want to call in, because we still have those Domino pizza, buy one, get one free. Yep. Hagerstown and Chambersburg area. So get your pizza on. So what I want to talk about today is forgiveness.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make a really long story short for me.
Okay. All right, I got you.
So when I was 6, my biological father left, and it went to what was back then, you had every other weekend.
Right.
Right. So then he and my stepmother and her sons moved. So there was a girl that lived about a block away from me. And so remember the part about my father moving. Prior to that, I was probably, 7. And across the street was a little girl I always played with. Well, this other person that lived down the street was a very nasty girl, very nasty. So went over to this girl's birthday party. It was just like the two of us and the nasty girl.
Right.
And she was like, oh, if she's going to stay here, I'm not staying.
Oh, wow.
I was so upset because no one has ever been mean to me prior to this point, right?
Yes.
So I was like, distraught, ran home. The mother called, wanted me to come back. I was like, I'm not coming back. Nope, I was hurt. So then fast forward probably a year or so later, still nasty. So I still have the underlining of, I want to hurt this girl.
Right.
So my biological father would come in town and not tell my sister and I.
Right.
Well, nasty girl's older sister was dating and eventually married my stepbrother's cousin.
Okay.
And so she would get on the bus, because she got on the bus before me, block away, and say, oh, I got to see my father.
Right.
And my brother this weekend. And then she'd look at me and just smile.
Oh,
she knew, I don't know how, for whatever reason, unless they talked about her or something, she knew that I did not know they came in town. And every time they came in town and didn't tell my sister and I, because my grandparents were in town, and then, of course, all of my stepmother's family were in town, she would rub it in. From that day forward.
That is terrible.
Yes.
How old was this child?
She was a year younger than me. So we're talking 7, 8, 9 years old.
At that age?
At that age.
That vindictive?
Yes.
Oh, that's evil.
I never did anything to her because I was still nice at that point.
Yeah.
I was still innocent, right?
So she had a part to play in the in the busy that you are today?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Oh, man.
The nasty part.
Okay.
So then my whole entire rest of my life, I wanted to hurt this girl. I would go to church with my stepmother, and they would make sure that I was occupied, because if I saw her, I saw red. Ooh. And I would be like, I'm telling you, I get her alone. Oh, it's on. Like, I don't care if I'm in the church.
Right.
It is on, especially in middle school and high school where, I thought I was everything.
Right.
She was going down.
Oh,
so,
man.
Fast forward to adulthood. I'm at my parents, walking my dogs with my parents, and see her walk by. Boom, again, red. She was like 3 times the weight she should have been. And I was like, ha ha ha, laughing across the street like an idiot.
Right.
And I just thought, oh my God, I just hate this girl so badly. Yeah. So badly that you can't say anything to her because you're going to lose it, right?
Yeah,
you're going to go to the
There's
dark
no
side.
civilized conversation going on there.
No, not
it's
at
a misunderstanding on one site.
Yep. And I just thought, oh my gosh, you know what? In the last couple of weeks, I thought, I want to call her. I want to call her and tell her how nasty she was.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, I had this wave of forgiveness come
Right.
over me.
Right.
And I mean, it had to be God because
Yeah.
no one else could have done it. Right. So I had this wave of forgiveness thinking if she was that horrible of a person, because her sister was wonderful
Yeah.
and her family was wonderful, then something had to either be going on at home.
Right. That's what I was
Or
thinking
something
too.
had to be wrong with her,
Yeah.
whether it be mental or something.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with you.
Had nothing to do with me. She just found me as an easy target because I was weak at the time because of I can't even go on about all
Right.
the stuff that happened
Right.
when my father left. But
Right.
she knew I was an easy target.
Yeah. And she took advantage of the situation.
She did.
She knew firsthand how
Yes.
the situation affected you.
Yes. Now I can tell you right now, if she walked through the door, it may be a different story. But when I don't talk about it, I've actually released all the anger after, let's see, how old am I? Okay, so I'd say maybe 38 years of wanting to seriously kill this woman. I've forgiven her.
So now that you've forgiven her, how does that make you feel as far as when you think back to that time, that situation? Does it make you feel sorry for her, or
No.
you still feel enraged?
I don't feel anything unless I talk about it and that sort of thing. Like if I go deep
Those
into my
feelings
feelings.
come back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but
okay.
not to the point of where like I may drive to her house type of thing.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
she obviously has problems because she didn't get together.
Right, of
So,
course,
yeah.
of course. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, it not to sound so cliche or anything, but that's what they say. Forgiveness is for you; it's not for the other person. So you're
Yeah.
blocking blessings and blocking positive vibes and
Yes.
positive things to come to you in your life by holding on to that that negative feeling, whatever it may be. And yeah, I was thinking maybe something was going on with her.
Something had to have been, or a
something-
chemical imbalance,
right? Some
whatever.
kind of psychological issue or some
Yeah.
kind of physical issue or something like that for her to be that vindictive. That takes some thought process and some thinking.
At that age, it does.
Yeah, to do something
really
like that.
does.
But I mean, I tell people all the time, children, they pick up on certain things, and depending on their upbringing and how attentive a person that they have in their life, to kind of correct those types of behaviors rather than enabling them and letting them, go on and let them go unchecked.
Right.
I'm a big believer of not allowing things to go unchecked, especially when it comes to my children, the way they behave towards other people.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that as a parent, as a mother, maybe her mother was that way.
Maybe. I mean,
because she got that behavior from someone.
she got it from somewhere. It couldn't have been just all natural.
But kudos to you for
Thank you.
For letting that go.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it
Yeah,
when it happened.
That can definitely those type of situations, especially. I always say people are a product of their childhood. So especially certain things that go on in your childhood that you kind of carry with you throughout your life. Mm-hmm. And then once you get an adult in your adult mind, you're able to reason with yourself and kind of figure out why certain things happen the way they did and why they affect you the way that they did. But it's a good thing that you came to that realization.
Yeah.
Yes, good for you.
Thank
Good for
you. Have you ever had to forgive anyone like that?
Let's see, situations like that. Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Again, stemming from a childhood situation. I've always been I'm a professional new child because my dad was in the Navy. So I'm a professional new child. So it's always been, initially I would keep to myself whenever I went to a new school or something like that. I would always keep to myself. But this one school, I think we were living in North Carolina on base. We're living in North Carolina, and first day of school, I did what I usually did at lunchtime. It's always the most difficult at lunchtime.
Yes.
Because everybody has that person, those people that they sit with.
Yes.
But I would pick a table. Didn't matter what table. I would pick a table, pick a space. And
were they round or were they long tables?
The long ones.
Okay.
The long ones. So I would pick a space, and it would always end up someone would always come and sit by me and start talking to me. Always. It never failed.
That's because you're cute.
So this time, so I mean, this was no different from any other, but it was this young lady that always, it was this young man that always found a need, because I was a big girl when I was in elementary school. I was a bigger sized child, so he would always make it a point and make it his business to make fun of me and my size. And, and I would always, it would make me upset. I wouldn't let him see that it made me upset. But once I got when my mom came to pick me up from school, I would tell her, about my day, and it would bother her. She would cry and everything like that, and she would tell me how, what to say back to him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the school year, I mean, I hated this boy. I loathed him. Okay, he would harass me relentlessly. Okay, and so at the end of the school year, the last day, for some reason, he decides that he wants to be nice to me. So, of course, I don't want to have anything to do with him.
Yeah.
I don't want to just get out of my face. Like, why are you even here? He wants to be so nice. He's talking all soft and everything to me, not teasing me, not making a spectacle out of me, anything like that.
What are you up to?
Right. So, come to find out, he liked me.
Mm-hmm. That's what I tell my
And that's
older
why
son.
he harassed me the whole year and made my life.
Right. And it damages your soul.
Yes.
Like it gives you complexes.
But thankfully, my mom, me and my mom, we were best friends. So when I would get home and talk to her about it, I would never keep it inside. I would always talk to her about it. And it wouldn't be a situation where like I'm bawling or anything like that. But I would just let her know that, this boy, he keeps doing this, he keeps doing that. And she would tell me things to do to stand up for myself and things like that. So she never had to get involved, anything like that. But yeah, it does take it does a lot of things stem from your childhood and the way that you were treated, and and that's why I guess they have this big thing with bullying nowadays. But I mean, we were bullied too when we were going to school. I mean, I was the only child for a long time, so I was going to school by myself. So and then especially moving from place to place, I was always the new kid. So I had to stand up for myself. I had to, let them know that I'm not the one to be bothering. Okay.
Yep. Oh my gosh. And in middle school, it's the worst.
Oh man.
The girls are awful. And I remember they'd be like, oh yeah, we're going to fight next, tomorrow, blah, blah.
Yeah,
I'd be down in the basement. My dad showing me how to throw punches and stuff. Right. He's having me punch styrofoam.
Right. Yeah. We're going to fight tomorrow.
I'm ready. Get to school. They don't come to school that day. They don't come to school that day.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I had one situation like that. This girl wanted to fight me because of the guy I was dating. I was like, what are you talking about? She wanted to fight me. The next day, talking about, she wants to fight you. Her name was Beefa.
What?
Yes. Her nickname was Beefa.
Wow.
And they said, everybody kept coming to me, Beefa wants to fight you. I'm like, who is that? I was like, okay. So I come to school the next day, my hair pulled back in a ponytail. I'm ready.
No earrings.
Right, nothing. Look, I got my tennis shoes on, everything. I'm ready. Beefa nowhere to be found. Like, girl, bye.
Yeah, it's funny. And then the next day, they act like they don't know who
didn't
you are.
even
They're
say anything.
I was ready.
Girl, please. Trying to catch me off guard. Not today, you won't.
Exactly. Well, I got out of a lot of fights by acting like insanely crazy. Like they weren't going to come near me because they didn't know what was going to come out.
Right.
Like you just act nuts. They're not going to mess with you.
Yes.
And what was nice is like, I don't know, do you used to walk the mall and stuff back in the day?
Yeah.
Well, of course we all walked the mall.
Right,
Well, I would
exactly.
have girls come up to me that were being bullied saying, hey, so-and-so is bullying me. Can you walk with me or can you say something? And I'd be like, yes, I can.
She's a bodyguard.
Yes, I was.
Bodyguard.
I had so many people doing my homework for me.
Oh my
So I'd be like, hey, you write this paper for me? I got you. And then I'd approach the bully and be like, this is not going to happen.
Busy's muscle for hire.
Exactly. But nowadays, the big problem is social media.
Oh, man.
I have a girl at work that they were sending messages to her homeschooled son saying, why don't you just kill yourself? And
Keyboard
this and
bullies.
That. Oh, my word.
They call them cyber thugs.
Yeah. And you can't get away from that because these kids are in their rooms 24/7 on social media. So how do they, at least when I went home and if I was being bullied at school, I went home and I had that safe haven.
Right.
At least for a couple hours, I didn't have to think about it.
Yeah, but nowadays they pick up their phone or they get on the internet and bam, there it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is tough.
That's crazy.
I could definitely see how that is tough. But you guys got to pay attention to your children, man.
Yeah,
definitely. And if I mean, come on, if your child is a bully, because 9 times out of 10 you're probably bullying them.
Yeah.
So if your child is if your child is a bully, you don't want your child to be out here hurting other people. So pay attention to your children. Seriously.
Absolutely. Well,
yep.
I want to hear about, you were talking about this off the radio the other day about your what was it called? Oh, your bullet journal.
Oh, my bullet journal.
What is a
yes.
bullet? I know what I have a vision board.
Yes.
Of all the things that I want to accomplish in the future, near future, right now, and then I know about journaling.
Right.
But what's bullet journaling?
Okay, so the bullet journaling is pretty basic, really. It's pretty much you have. You know how when you're writing a Word document and you have bullets, like high points and bullets of topics that you want to discuss?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what the bullet journal is. It's just main topics of main things that you need to accomplish for that day, for that week, for that month, for that year. And then you write them down, and then you write the little subcategories under them, things that will help you, achieve those goals within that amount of time. And then, it gives you opportunity, like some pages you can do some artwork or something, some doodling or something like that. Like me, I like fashion and stuff like that, and makeup and stuff, and hair and stuff like that. So
Pretty in Pink.
Right.
Drawings.
So I'll go to my old Cosmo magazines or something like that, and I'll cut out little things that like the fashions for the year or whatever, for fall fashions, spring fashions, and I'll kind of paste them and cut and paste and stuff like that, just something to help my mind focus on something else other than the mundane practices of the week or the day.
Right. So
it kind of helps me check in.
Interesting.
Yeah, it kind of helps me check in with myself and kind of zone out everything else. It gives me some me time.
Yeah,
definitely. And I find pleasure in it. It helps me. It helps when you jot down on paper and can actually visually see where your mind was at that point in time.
That would be scary.
Well, you gotta know yourself. You gotta know yourself.
Well, I think I was doing bullet journaling before I knew what it was. And what happens is I've been with my husband for, it'll be, what year is it now? 19 years, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Married for 17, together for 19. And I make these lists of things that I need him to change, or that he's doing that drives me crazy. Right. And I find these. So I've found one from probably, probably from 15 years ago. And I found one from probably like 11 years ago.
That's
like I find them tucked places. I read things and I'm like, okay, I can cross this off.
Oh,
no,
so you get to cross stuff off?
Not much.
Oh, God.
I don't cross off much, but there are a few things I do cross off.
Okay, well, that's good. That's a start. That's a start.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That is interesting.
It is, because I'm like, let me read this. And I'm like, oh,
see,
man,
he still does this
doing
crap.
It. Yeah. Well, hey, I put up with it.
Right.
So
yeah, that's true.
Must be
okay
must not
enough. Be that bad.
But you know what? We've been married for 17, and the other day, my mother was telling me that she was married for 17 years before she got divorced. My stepfather was married for 17 years before he got divorced.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
17 isn't a good number for you guys.
And so then they were kind of freaking out or freaking me out about, because they're like, because we're in counseling, which I think I need my own personal counselor.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Yeah. Because then it's a safe place to say whatever you want to say.
Exactly.
And you have a third party there to say, you know what, you're crazy, or you're right, or, whatever, and help us with clear thinking of the whole situation.
Show you different perspectives.
Yes. But they were thinking, and I'm thinking, is this like, the 7-year itch? Is this the 17-year itch?
Oh, man.
What is it with 17 years?
So what is the 7-year itch? Because I'm new to this marriage
the 7-year itch? There's even a movie about it with Marilyn Monroe in it. Yeah. 7-year itch is supposed to be the average of when you're married or with in a relationship.
And you get tired of them.
That you start getting tired of them. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Mine's a 1 month. Like, if you don't make it past that 1 month, typically most people don't make it past the first month. Because I'll find something I don't like.
Oh, man.
Because I'm petty. And then if you make it, it's a 6-month mark. And then a year mark. So, I've been with my husband for 19 years. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah.
Right. That's a done deal right there.
It is. Okay, he's locked in.
7-year itch. So I got to look out for the 7-year itch.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but combined, you've been with your husband, counting boyfriend and everything.
Yeah, being together has been 20 years I've known this gentleman.
Oh, so you've made it past 17.
Yeah, I've known him for 20 years. So, yeah, but we've only been married for 5.
That's all right. Together counts.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we haven't asked anybody to call in, so why don't you all call in? Go on Facebook at Keeping It Real on WRGG 93.7 FM or 717-745-2733. 2912. Who else has been married for 17 years and can't believe they made it that long?
Past the 7-year
Yes,
hitch.
absolutely.
Or who has a forgiveness story or something that someone that they would like to let them know that they forgive them. You can go ahead and do it anonymously.
Yes, you can.
Oh, we got a call.
Hi there, are you there?
Hello, caller. It's Keeping It Real.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you doing?
How you doing? Who we talking to?
Good. Who you talking to?
Yes.
The husband of that crazy lady on the phone, on the radio.
What do you have to say?
What I had to
You're
say,
not getting the Domino's pizza, I can tell you that right now.
No, the only thing I want to say is it's been great to have be with you for 17 years. I think it's almost 20 at the end.
It's 19. It's 19.
No.
Yes, because we got married. We got married in 2000, and then we were together 98. That's 2 years. So 17, 18, 19.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
You were 19 years.
One more year.
Yeah. One more year, then you have to worry about the big party. So you've got one full year to start saving your money.
Yep.
For what?
For that big
For the big party you're going to throw for me.
Okay.
He said, "For what? Are you?
He
picking up what we're
knows.
throwing down?"
Well, I had to decide between a party or a ring, and I thought, well, I have enough jewelry, and I'm not that kind of girl that needs to have a huge rock because I'd knock it off and lose it.
Right,
So let's
lose
have a
it somewhere.
big party.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. With all our friends and family. Huh?
I said, okay, we'll have it.
Okay. Well,
right, wonderful.
it's out on the radio waves now. So did you call in for a reason?
He called in to tell you how wonderful it was to be married to you. You didn't get that part.
I don't hear that. All right. Well, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye. Oh, that was so sweet.
It was.
That was so special.
And, you know, I need to give him his props because I complain about him a lot. I really do. And I think it's the way that I can release my frustration.
Right.
But, you know.
But only to specific people you complain to. Because I complain a lot, but only to specific people.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyone who listens. But he was, I was going to say something he did nice today. I can't remember what it was, though.
Just now.
But,
he called
yes, he did. But he appreciated me the other day because he ran late coming home and he got braces put back on and his face was hurting and he wanted to make chicken soup for himself. And so I made it for him. And he was really appreciative.
Aww.
And it was nice that I like that.
Right, he noticed,
Like,
right.
You noticed that I did this for you.
Right,
and so
right.
he really appreciated it.
Right,
So that was nice.
that's called acts of service, and for the love numbers, it's called acts of service. So yeah, certain people they respond to different numbers, and for different like some words of affirmation, like when you tell someone how beautiful they are, how much you love them. Some people respond to that. Some people respond to gifts. Some people respond to acts of service. I'm a more person that responds to acts of service. Yeah, I appreciate it. It shows me more and it touches me more when, you know, after I've cooked dinner or whatever, he cleans the dishes.
Oh,
or
Lord,
puts the dishes,
yes.
the food away. That right there, oh my God,
Yes.
that's amazing.
It is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. Or you come home and you find out that they like cleaned the floor
Yes,
or cleaned the
yes,
bathroom.
yeah.
Especially I have 3 boys. Like, no.
Yeah,
Clean the bathroom,
definitely.
please.
Yes, absolutely. So
No, I agree with you. That's interesting because for me, that would be, I like that, but I
Right.
also like the fact that if he or people notice what I've done for them
Yeah.
and they tell me how much they appreciate me.
Right.
I don't need gifts. I definitely don't need chocolate or flowers. But
right.
if you tell me how much you appreciate me, that means a lot to me.
Right, exactly, because that's the whole point of, you know, you're doing certain things for people because you love them, and that's a
Right.
need that you see a need something that they need, and that's your way of showing them that, you know, okay, I recognize that you need this done for you, so I'm going to go ahead and do it because I love you.
Right.
So it's not like you're looking for them to get on their knees and say, oh, thank you, Queen Busy. You know, you just want to say, well, babe, I appreciate it. You know, thank you so much for taking the time to make my chicken soup. Because you knew my mouth was hurting.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's definitely cool. So guys, you know, we don't ask for much.
No, just some
Okay.
appreciation.
Yeah, just to notice that, you know, our sacrifices that we make for you guys and compromises that we make, just to recognize that goes a long way.
Absolutely, because I truly don't do it for myself. I truly don't do it for myself. Absolutely. Anyone else want to call in? We have about 5 minutes left before Mr. Too Busy comes on here. So
Too easy.
Oh,
Mr.
too busy. I'm too busy.
Yeah,
Jeez.
she's too busy. Mr. Too Easy.
My bad, Mr. Too Easy out there.
Yeah. Sorry
But-
we messed up your name.
Yeah, my bad. So you can call 717-745-2912 or go on Facebook on Keeping It Real on WRGG 93.7 FM and give us a call. And, you know, I still have, if you are following our page, I would say, let's say, if you subscribe to our YouTube page
Yes.
or you follow us on Facebook,
Yes.
you'll be entered in to win a 60-minute massage
Right.
at Apex Chiropractic
Yes, come
in
get you guys'
Chambersburg.
massages, please.
Yes. And you know, I am the type of person that needs deep tissue massage. You have to walk on me, you have to elbow me. So the lady at Apex is a really good masseuse.
Right,
So,
she will do you very good.
Yes,
Yeah,
she will.
She will take care of you very well. That didn't sound too
no,
PG.
it didn't.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
people.
So,
But yeah, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Keeping It Real, WRGG. Subscribe on YouTube, and you can also send us an email at keepingitrealwrgg@gmail.com. So all those different avenues you guys can use. Give us some pointers, some things that you would like for us to discuss, some issues that you may be having that you would like to know what our point of view is on it.
Yes.
Some things that you would like for us to do in the future.
or
And,
if there's a topic that you would like us to discuss about your life and find out
Yeah, what
other people
Yeah.
think or what their experiences are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love, even if you don't want to call in, post on Facebook or send us a personal message on Facebook. Message us.
Right, right. And then we'll
we
just
can
talk about
say,
it.
yeah.
How about we talk next? How about next week we talk about workplace relationships? Has anybody ever done it, or would you
Done what?
have a workplace relationship?
Oh, I thought you meant like any kind of relationship.
No.
You're talking about boyfriend, girlfriend type thing. Okay.
The Netflix and chill workplace relationship.
All right.
Maybe that's it. I had an idea, a really good juicy one last week. No, while we were going through Walmart, and it just left my brain.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. Left my brain.
Well, you know what? I wanted to talk about two things before we go because we have 2 minutes left. I forgot. I'm sure everybody's already heard that Tom Petty has passed away.
Yes.
And he was
Rest in
a
peace.
huge icon. I remember the first video I saw of his was the Alice in Wonderland one. Can't remember the name of the song for the life of me, but
Maybe we can find it for next week.
yeah. And they
Yeah.
ate the cake at the end.
Yeah. Maybe we'll find it for
Yeah.
next week, and we'll play a tribute to
Yeah,
Tom
that would
Petty.
be cool.
Yeah.
And then also, OJ was released from prison
Yeah,
this week.
he's a free man.
Yeah, yes. I did. Oh, excuse me. I sneezed just then. So, yeah, those are the two things that I picked up from this week that I thought were very interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So, you guys feel free to chime in, and maybe we'll post some stuff on our Facebook page. We can put some questions or some topics on our Facebook page, and people can maybe they'll feel free to comment on there.
Yeah,
So, yeah, maybe we can do
absolutely.
that.
So make
Yeah.
sure you're subscribing to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, so you can see what's going on
Yeah.
on social media.
Or follow us at Keeping It Real on WRGG 93.7 FM on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, well, talk to you all next week. I hope you have a good week
girls.
and a blessed week.
Yep. have a
Forgive
blessed
somebody
one.
this week.
Yeah, forgive someone.
You can do it. If
Free
I can do
yourself.
it, you can do it. Trust me.
All right, people, have a good one. Peace.